partners, Lincoln Financial, you see for investments, Lincoln Financial, they've been around over 100 years, Fidelity. And then if you look at Vivint, and you guys heard of Vivint, you guys are from Utah, right, Vivint? Right, we really helped launch Vivint because, you know, they actually piloted it out of our office in Vegas, and it was awesome because Chris Howard was one of the guys that brought it to our company, right? Which is a big deal. So we actually give our clients a better deal than if they just went straight through Vivint. But people need help with home security. Then we have Voya, right? Any of you guys heard of Medicaid, right? We help families 65 and older. And then we have legal protection program, identity theft. I always say I love having an attorney on retainer 24/7 because I think the speed limit is just a suggestion. Now you guys all know my personality, right? I love that product, right? People right now, identity theft's at an all-time high. Would you guys agree with that? So we protect our clients with identity theft. So anything in the financial service industry, you guys, have you ever guys heard about diversifying your portfolio, your money? How about your income, right? So you can help clients in any areas of these that I just showed you. So I want to talk about our mission statement because I love our mission statement. And I think you guys will too. To help families earn more income, become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. Who wants to be independent, debt-free, financially independent in here? So you guys, there's so many challenges out there today, right? And I feel that people it's like we have to wake them up because if they don't know and they're wondering, why can I not get ahead? Well, this is the reason why. If you look at 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck just to make ends meet. Would you guys agree with that? Anybody feeling that? And then 61% of Americans with credit card debt, 23% of them go deeper into debt every month, and 14% report having missed at least one payment in 2023. I think it's actually higher than that right now. If you look at this, nearly half, 48% of Americans have no life insurance coverage at all. And if they do, they have the wrong kind and don't even know it, right? And then 60% of Americans have saved less than $50,000 for retirement. The majority, 36%, having put just $10,000 away. You guys, this shouldn't be happening in our country, right? But how will answers to these problems, folks? What? You guys need to wake up. Are these very, very serious? They're very, very serious, right?
Very serious.
But you want to know something? We have the solutions for it. So stand up, because that's exciting. We have the solutions for these problems, right? And so when you look at this, you guys, I think this is, you guys are from Utah, right? You guys know what Boy Scouts are? Right? Boy Scouts, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. I think that's a Boy Scout saying, right? And so what we do is we have a solution, a financial needs analysis, right? It's customized, confidential, and complimentary. Everybody can afford free, right? Program that helps achieve your goals and dreams. It's a financial GPS. This is what I want to ask you guys a question. If you got in your car and I told you to go to Houston, Texas, you had no signs, you didn't have a GPS, you know, you couldn't even pull over directions. Would it be hard to get there? This is why people aren't getting ahead. They don't have a plan. So that's what we do for them. We give them a plan, okay? So I'm excited to bring up this next guy. Brian Klingholz. I'll tell you real quick, I'm not going to steal his, I'm going to let him tell the story, but Brian, he's going to come up here and talk to you about investments, right? And I've known Brian for years. We grew up in the business, right? I call him my big brother. We give each other a hard time all the time. But Brian is full of knowledge. He's good at what he does. And he was just like all of us, you know? We all had a job. We just want to do something special with our life. But I love Brian. Brian, I love you so much. I'm so excited you're here. He's actually the #1 securities guy in Utah, Idaho, California, Texas, and all those other states. But you guys get to hear from right now. I want you guys to stand up. Give a big round of applause. Brian Klingholz!
Brian. Say hi, Brian. Oh dear.
I'm really grateful to have people that I've been able to grow up in business with, and a lot of people here, we've been in business for a long time together, so it's fun to get back together, and new people too, coming in, and I just want to give you hope, because I was just a cable guy when I came here, and I didn't know how to handle my own money, right? I had no financial plan. I didn't know how life insurance worked. I didn't know how investments worked. I didn't have any kind of strategy. I just hoped one day I would magically retire. Anybody on that plan? Okay. Whether you do Primerica or not, you should. But whether you do it or not, I'm going to teach you a concept that will absolutely retire you financially independent if you follow it. It's not a maybe plan, right? This works, I promise you. But before I start, I just want to give you two things. There's a song I listened to recently called The Blessing. You should write this down. It's called The Blessing. It's the Arianic blessing. It's from Numbers 6:23 through 27. But just listen to the song. The longer version was like 12 minutes long. I want you to listen to that song every day for the next 30 days. And I want you to just receive what the Father has for you. Blessings and favor resting upon you. Right? Listen to it, let it soak in, and take it in. And I know He's been blessing me left and right, and people on my team, and the organization, and a lot of people in this room. But you all deserve it, right? He wants it for all of you. And there's another little gift I was given in the last 30 days. Corinthians 2:120. It's yes and amen to all God's promises to those who believe. You know, own the scriptures. They're for you. And they'll change your life, I promise you. Not maybe. Right? Everything I tell you, I promise works. And I really like this next piece that I get to show you because it's my favorite. Okay? But we're going to teach you how to bypass the middleman and become an owner, not a loaner. Traditional financial institutions, you put your money in the bank, and they put your money in the global economy, and they give you like 0.3%. Is that about right for most of you guys? Yeah. Does that suck? Yeah, because they're getting 12, 14, 15%, and they give you 0.3. And we're gonna show you how to bypass them. We just bypass the banks, the credit unions, the insurance companies, right? So that you can get the full return. Wouldn't you rather get the full return? That although you need a Roth IRA, right? Even if you can't qualify one, you can do a backdoor Roth IRA so that you have tax-free money at retirement. Very important. Very important to have tax-free money at retirement. So you're not paying 40% taxes when you spend your money, right? You need both. So the rule of 72, which is maybe one of my favorite rules, you divide your interest rate into 72 to find the approximate number of years it takes for your money to double. And at 3%, if grandma gave you 10 grand when you were born, right? It's going to take you 24 years, because 3 into 72 is 24. So by the age of 48, you got 40 grand. Not going to do a whole lot. Something though, right? Better than just spending it. Okay? Let's say you put your money in a bond fund back when bonds paid. Put $10,000 in at 6%. It's going to double every 12 years. You're going to end up with $160,000. Is that better? Yeah. Better, right? This is participation, by the way, today, so you can participate. Okay? And at 12%, check this out. Like, the first time I saw this slide, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How about 2.5 million? How about if grandma gave you 10 grand, put it in a Roth account when you were a baby, right? Which you can't do, but if you could, you put it in there and you had 2.5 million by the time you're 48, that's tax free.
Go,
how
grandma.
valuable it is for you to start your kids young. I love setting up a young minor account for somebody, right? Because I know, like my granddaughter, when she was born, I put $1,100 in an account for her day one. Right? By the time she's ready to spend that money when she's 60, she'll have a lot more money to have it too. You know, I want my grandkids to have a better life than I did, right? I don't want them to have to pay a bunch of student debt. You know what I'm saying? Right? We set them up for a better future. We do that on purpose. Okay, so how do you win a game if you don't know the rules? Most of you guys, did you know that rule before you came today? Some of you did, but most of you probably didn't know, right? Who would benefit from learning this rule? Everybody needs to know. You know, one thing about most products, most services, there's a niche for things. But everybody needs a financial plan. Everybody needs their money to grow. Right? Everybody's going to need life insurance at some point. Right? Everybody has kids that probably need to get an education that's paid for. Right? Everybody has emergencies, yes or no? Right? Is it nice to write a check when you have an emergency, or to put it on a credit card, or borrow it from somebody else at a high interest rate? You want to have your own money and a plan. Shouldn't we have learned all this in school? The truth is, teachers don't know any more than we do. Right? I've sat down, recruited a lot of teachers, in fact, a lot of teachers in the business, right? But they don't know the rules. So it's hard for them to teach how important these rules are to the students that are going through school. So it takes them a while to figure it out, right? And without introducing us to family and friends, who would they learn that from? Look, I'm passionate about this because I know what happens 20, 30 years later when you follow the rules. Right? I also know what happens when you don't follow the rules. Right? People have told me, well, I don't have any money, so there's no reason to have a plan. I would say it would be absolutely the opposite. If you don't have a plan, you ain't going to have any money. You get a plan first, and then you commit to the plan, right, Adam? I know that's what you did, right? Got a plan.